So, Joey, you're 8 years old now. We have to decide what you want to be when you grow up.
You know, own daddy's buildings, right? That's what he's gonna do. Antonia, what are you gonna do? The other day, you were like, you wanna go own a boutique. So what do you wanna do, Antonia?
I'm gonna do the same thing Mom's doing.
What is your mother brainwashing you? You wanna build buildings, make some big money, or you wanna sell a shirt?
That's not nice.
Do you think that Joe respects you as a businesswoman at this point?
I think it's been a little bit of a struggle to get him there. I think in the beginning he thought like, oh, this is gonna be something to like keep her busy. But as he saw that I was dead on serious and that I was actually making money from it and that I was actually gonna have to go to work and it wasn't like, oh, I'm just gonna go play at NB today. It was like a legit company that I had to run, and there's employees and there's ordering and there's emails and there's bills. He was like, oh, like, so you're gonna do this for real? And the more I did it, the more I loved it.
I respect my wife. I don't want a wife that just sits around and plops on the couch and does nothing. I do respect her.
I think in an ideal world, he'd prefer to go back to the way it was. And if you'd ask him today, I think that's what he would prefer, but I'm not willing to do that.
I do give out the comments because do I want my daughter to be involved in my company that is a very large company or a boutique? And I'm not putting it down. I'd rather her take over the real estate end of the company with her brothers. I have the same expectation for all my children.
I think that Joe sometimes sees it differently for the boys and Antonia, and I feel like that's what I'm trying to constantly put into his head, that like there is no difference in the way that they're gonna date, in the way that they're gonna work, in whatever it is that they wanna do. Like one's not gonna go away to college while the other's not allowed. Like those are the little things that we have discussions about in our house that I'm trying to mold him to understand.
How important do you think success and money should be to your kids?
I don't know if it's so much about the money. Like if my daughter doesn't want to just stay home all day and be a stay-at-home mom and she's going to feel more successful out there in the world, then that's what I want her to do. It doesn't necessarily have a price tag on it. I don't know, you know, for Joe if he feels the same, but
Money, I believe it's everything. And people say that money's not everything, but it is. And their whole life doesn't have to focus on money, but they have to be successful.
I honestly feel like success, like I now feel successful in life. And it's not because I'm making my own money, it's because I'm doing what I love and I have my own thing. So I feel successful as a wife, as a mom, and as Melissa Gorga, which to me, I let go of that part for a long time, for about 10 years.
So did you tell Joe that I was training you?
No, but I think he would be fine with it because it's you. If it was another guy, I don't think he would have liked it.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
One more. Squeeze your ass when you come up. Now listen, let's talk about where we're going.
Okay.
This ain't no joke, we got 3 weeks.
Yes.
Okay? All right? Looking at you, we probably got about another 12 pounds.
I gotta lose 12 more pounds?
I gotta be honest with you. Dolores brought Teresa to my office for me to take a quick look at her. And she was 3.5 weeks out at the time. And I said, go put your bathing suit on. And she went. And she walked away. And I said to Dolores, I said, she doesn't have enough time.
That was my dream come true. I've wanted her to train with Frank forever because I don't want to train with him, so I took her.
Better you than
Yeah,
me.
you know what? I thought that he was gonna be like this tough guy. At first, I was just like, I wanted to be with a woman because I'm like, she knows, like a woman knows a woman's body, blah, blah, blah. And I didn't want to sweat in front of a guy. Like, I would be embarrassed, like him looking at my ass.
Oh, you know what happened?
Like-
so the night that he's got to look at her in a bikini, it's
Yes.
11 o'clock at night.
They didn't
I'm in
have that. Oh my God, you're not gonna see that on TV.
She calls me, she's like, you have to meet me at Frank's office. I'm not going there and being in a bikini without you there. I hang up with her, I'm like, Frank calls. You better get here right now. I'm not gonna be looking at Teresa in a bit because they knew each other so well, it was like awkward.
I was so surprised when I trained Teresa. I had 3.5 weeks to get her ready, all right? Teresa listens to everything, does everything you tell her to do, doesn't sleep. I get text messages when I'm sleeping at 12 o'clock at night. I'll get another text message from her at 4:30 in the morning because she's up already. And quite honestly, she dropped in those 3.5 weeks, probably about 18, 19 pounds.
So when I started out, I think I was, like my weight was like 140. And then Frank helped me like at the end, the last 3 weeks I was with him because that's really important.
He was like getting in there and carving you.
Yeah, I mean, I got down to 121.
Wow. Unbelievable.
And she looked great. And if I would have had her for the full 11 weeks, she would have even looked that much better. But I was totally impressed and surprised of the entire other side of Teresa, which I didn't know about.
I always thought I knew him, but I got to know him on a whole different level, and I just love him. Like,
He's a lot of compassion.
love him. He like adores her.
And he was so
And to
proud
me,
of her.
like that made me even love him even more.
She's a machine. I tell every woman that comes around, you with my sister, you're gonna lose.
Yeah, man.
She's a beast.
But she was so hungry. You were so hungry.
No, I wasn't hungry.
You were hungry.
No.
You were having dreams of nachos.
See, that's the only thing that I missed eating because I like
And
nachos.
drinking.
And drinking, yeah.
Even in the moment that happened, she always put you first.
Because of you and your sister.
You and Gabby are happy. That's our biggest thing.
Yeah.
Okay?
But Mom really deserves to come first now.
Oh, little Frankie.
I'm not going to respond to that. All right?
That's fine.
How do you feel about that conversation? How was it weird having Frankie talk to you about that?
For sure. When your son's telling you how you should be treating his mother, who's my ex-wife, absolutely. So you take it to heart. You know, it's not as if somebody coming off the street and telling you. It's your son, who is obviously my son together with my daughter, are the world to me.
I can say that that took a lot for Frankie to say to his father, because listen, we all fear our parents. When you raise your kids the way we raised our kids, they're afraid of us. And I want my kids to be afraid of me. And that's the way I am anyway. Because I've always been afraid of my parents, and it's kept me out of a lot of trouble, being afraid of my dad. So that took a lot for Frankie to say that to him, I'm sure. But I have to say, I raised a man. That's it. That's how I feel about it.
And how was it working with Dolores?
That's a different thing. Dolores is, every once in a while Dolores will get very expressive and she'll yell and I'll do the same thing. But listen, we get through, and it's been successful. So as long as it stays successful, and you know what, you want to yell at me? Yell at me. It's good because, at the end of the night, I don't have to go into the same bedroom as her anymore.
Have you dipped the stick?
I can't dip the stick, man. It's my ex-wife.
See? I don't think I could work with Melissa. Melissa just doesn't understand the game of business.
Well, no, she probably understands business, but it's
different.
She understands retail sales, not construction.
Right. I built envy from Melissa, and I did her a favor. I didn't charge her. I didn't charge.
How could you charge your wife? Are you kidding?
She had a partner at the time.
Oh, and then
I didn't charge him anything. I did it all and they're breaking my
That's
balls.
what they do. March is a designer. She has a design company. I used to build all the trade shows for her, and then...
That's not working with her.
Oh,
You're doing your thing.
No, she's standing there going and yelling at you, like, how come this and how come that, and raise this and lower that.
I lived at Dolores School 1 year and out the other, most of the time.
So basically, we're all saying they don't understand it.
Well,
right?
I know March doesn't
same page?
understand my business.
I try to say it in a nice way, but not exactly that way.